Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're running a senior engineer level evaluation of Claude and ChatGPT, specifically for those high-pressure IT support scenarios. Look, if you work in IT ops, you already know AI is completely taking over the help desk. But the real question is, which frontier model actually gets the job done when production is on fire and the clock is ticking? Let's find out. Because picking the wrong tool, it doesn't just slow your team down. It creates hidden technical debt and seriously degrades your service. I mean, think about it. If your AI guesses incorrectly during a massive outage, your engineers are going to end up chasing hallucinated ghosts while real downtime just racks up. You're not just choosing a simple chatbot here. You're choosing a core operational system.
But when you get it right, the results are absolutely massive. Teams using the proper multi-agent setups actually report resolving bugs 35 to 40% faster. And that is almost entirely due to real-time context awareness and intelligent routing. The payoff for choosing the right model isn't just saving a few bucks, it's literally getting your engineers their time back.
So, which AI model actually survives a literal trial by fire? Today, we're skipping all the marketing fluff. We're running a head-to-head evaluation across 3 distinct IT support tests to see how Claude and ChatGPT truly perform when put to the test.
All right, test 1, Sentry Error Analysis.
We're jumping straight into some forensic log analysis. We need to diagnose a cryptic Sentry stack trace from a payment service crash. We fed the exact same prompt into both models, right alongside the messy raw logs. We really wanted to see who can actually read the code and who is, well, just guessing.
Now wow, notice the stark difference in how they approach this problem. Claude acts like a skeptical detective. It correctly points to a very specific code error, a null pointer exception buried in an asynchronous library. ChatGPT, on the other hand, acts like a confident guesser. It gives us a plausible but entirely incorrect cache invalidation storm. I mean, it sounded brilliant, but that cache storm didn't actually exist anywhere in the data.
Breaking this down a bit more, Claude found a real lifecycle issue in the code, and it even explicitly asked for more logs to verify its own confidence level. ChatGPT just confidently hallucinated the whole thing. If you followed ChatGPT's advice on this one, you'd be stuck debugging your cache until 3 a.m., while your payment service just stayed completely down.
Moving on to test 2, MySQL Payment Query. Next up, we wanted to see how these models handle databases. So we asked them to write a multi-CTE MySQL query to investigate those failed payments. This is a great test of their ability to handle structured SQL generation, messy business rules, and dialect awareness. You know, the kind of standard request that usually eats up a massive chunk of an engineer's day.
Here, ChatGPT instantly sprints to the finish line, generating really clear, stepwise common table expression logic. It is incredibly fast. Claude takes a much more cautious route. It writes the query, sure, but it explicitly warns you about potential logical traps, things like fan-out joins and time zone assumptions that could accidentally skew your entire revenue data. So the crucial takeaway here is that ChatGPT definitely wins on speed and iterative debugging. If you just need a quick query, it's fantastic. But if you need to paste a massive enterprise schema into the prompt and track multiple joins across really complex business logic without losing the thread, Claude definitely has the edge thanks to its deep reasoning capabilities.
All right, our final challenge, Test 3, Slack Incident Summary.
For this one, we move over to incident management. We threw a chaotic, multi-threaded Slack incident log at both models just to push their context limits. We asked them to summarize the whole mess into actionable items. This is all about reducing that average handle time for your support agents. And again, we see 2 completely different philosophies at play. Claude synthesizes the massive context perfectly to draft a highly technical timeline. It actually connects deep architectural dots right across the thread. ChatGPT goes a totally different route. It delivers an incredibly clean, punchy summary that's perfectly formatted for non-technical executives to just digest in seconds. Claude is leveraging its massive 200,000 token context window to connect the dots across long, sprawling conversations, and it never loses the plot. ChatGPT, though, really shines at formatting that data quickly for the broader business, making it highly readable and immediately actionable for managers.
So what's the bottom line? Let's get into the final verdict and a real-world workflow recommendation. Tallying up the results from our tests, Claude clearly leads in forensic accuracy and low hallucination risk. Honestly, it's the model you want when you're hunting down a really cryptic bug. ChatGPT, however, absolutely dominates in speed, data execution, and executive communication. It's your go-to for rapid, everyday actions.
So, what should you actually take away from all this? Well, the ideal professional workflow isn't about picking just one model. It's about building a pipeline. Step 1, use a fast GPT model to denoise your raw logs. Step 2, pass that clean data over to Claude to find the actual architectural root cause. And Step 3, use ChatGPT to write up a polished post-mortem for management.
Think of it this way. Claude is basically your systems engineer's companion. It's best reserved for deep diagnostics, long documents, and code safety. Meanwhile, ChatGPT is your enterprise generalist. That's the one you rely on for rapid execution, broad tool integration, and daily operational communication.
As we rapidly move toward a world of self-healing infrastructure, standardizing on the right frontier models for specific tasks isn't just a fun experiment anymore. It is absolutely a requirement for survival. So, I'll leave you with this thought. Will your IT team adapt to these multi-model workflows, or are you going to be left chasing hallucinations?